Hello and welcome back to B Master 79. Today we are going to fix one of the most common mistakes in English: adjectives that end in ing and adjectives that end in ed. Boring or bored, interesting or interested, excited or exciting. These pairs come from the same verb. They look almost the same, but they do completely different jobs. Here is the idea in one line. An ing adjective describes the thing that causes a feeling. An ed adjective describes the person who has that feeling. Stay with me, and by the end of this lesson you will never mix them up again. Every example sentence you will see today is written for teaching purposes. Let me start with a real classroom moment. A student comes in, sits down, sighs, and says, "I'm boring." Now, the student wants to say that the lesson is not interesting and that they have nothing to do. But look at what they actually said. "I'm boring" means I am a dull person and I make other people feel bored. That is quite a harsh thing to say about yourself. What the student wanted was "I'm bored." That describes how the student feels at this moment. Same verb, to bore. One letter of difference. A completely different message. So let's make sure you always choose the right one. Here is the core rule, and honestly, this is the whole lesson in one slide. An adjective ending in ing describes the thing. It tells you what something is like, and it points at whatever causes the feeling. The lesson was boring. The lesson is the cause. It does something to you. An adjective ending in ed describes the person. It tells you how someone feels, and it points at whoever receives that feeling. I was bored. I am the one with the feeling. Notice the grammar behind it. The ing form has an active idea. It does something to you. The ed form has a passive idea. Something is done to you. So before you choose, ask yourself one question. Is this word describing the cause or the feeling? The two forms usually work as a pair, like a cause and an effect. Look at this chain. The film was boring. That is the cause. The film sends the feeling out. And then, so I was bored. That is the effect. I am the person who receives the feeling. You can build this chain with almost any pair. The book was interesting, so I was interested. The journey was tiring, so we were tired. The news was shocking, so everybody was shocked. If you can hear that chain in your head, you can always work out which form you need. The thing gives the feeling and takes ing. The person gets the feeling and takes ed. Now let's build your vocabulary. Here are the first 4 pairs, and these are the ones you will use almost every day. Boring and bored. That meeting was really boring, and I got bored after 10 minutes. Interesting and interested. She told us an interesting story, and we were interested in her story. Tiring and tired. Teaching all day's tiring work, and he looked tired by the evening. Exciting and excited. It was an exciting final, and the fans were excited. Notice the pattern every single time. The left column is the thing, the event, the work. The right column is the human being. Four more pairs. Confusing and confused. The instructions were confusing, and I was confused by the instructions. Surprising and surprised. The result was surprising, and everyone was surprised by the result. Relaxing and relaxed. A hot bath is very relaxing, and she felt relaxed afterwards. Annoying and annoyed. That alarm is so annoying, and the neighbors were annoyed. Pause the video here if you need a moment, and try to say each pair out loud in a full sentence. Saying them is what makes them stick. And now 4 pairs that will lift your writing and speaking to a higher level. Frightening and frightened. It was a frightening moment, and the children were frightened. Disappointing and disappointed. The food was disappointing, and we were disappointed with the food. Embarrassing and embarrassed. That was an embarrassing mistake, and he felt embarrassed about it. Satisfying and satisfied. Finishing the course was satisfying, and they were satisfied with the result. 12 pairs so far. 12 pairs will cover the great majority of what you need in everyday English. Now an important point that many learners get wrong. Can a person take an ing adjective? Yes, absolutely, and this is where the meaning really changes. Both forms are possible with people, but they do not mean the same thing. He is bored means he has the feeling. Nothing is entertaining him. He is boring means he causes the feeling. He makes other people feel bored. Look at these two sentences carefully. My teacher is interesting means she makes us feel interested. My teacher is interested means something has made her feel interested. So a person can be interesting, annoying, tiring, even frightening, because a person can also be the cause. Just be sure you mean it. Let's talk about position. So far we have used these adjectives after the verb be. The match was exciting. The crowd was excited. But both forms can also sit directly in front of a noun. An exciting match. An excited crowd. When an ing adjective comes before a noun, it tells you what the thing is like: a boring lesson, a relaxing holiday, a confusing question. When an ed adjective comes before a noun, it tells you how someone feels: a bored student, a worried mother, a satisfied customer. And here is a sentence that uses both. The exciting match kept the excited crowd on their feet. The match is the cause. The crowd has the feeling. Now something that examiners really do notice: the small word that comes after an ed adjective. Learn these as whole phrases, not as separate words. Interested in. She is interested in history. Excited about. We are excited about the trip. Worried about. He is worried about the test. Tired of. I am tired of waiting. Surprised by. I was surprised by the news. Satisfied with. They are satisfied with the result. Bored with. I am bored with this game. Annoyed with. She was annoyed with her brother. And disappointed with. We were disappointed with a hotel. 2 quick notes. Bored also appears with by and in informal speech with of. And disappointed appears within when you are talking about a person. I was disappointed in him. Here are 3 mistakes I hear constantly. Number 1. I am very interesting in art. That should be, I am very interested in art. I have the feeling, so we need the ed form. Number 2. The trip was so excited. That should be, the trip was so exciting. The trip is the cause, so we need the ing form. Number 3. We were very boring at the party. That should be, we were very bored at the party. Unless, of course, you really did bore all the other guests. 3 sentences. If you can correct these 3 without thinking, you have understood the rule. Right, your turn. Pause the video, look at these 4 sentences, and decide whether you need the ing form or the ed form. Number 1. The lesson was so blank that I fell asleep. Number 2. I am not blank in football at all. Number 3. That noise is really blank. Please stop. Number 4. After the long walk we all felt blank. Say your answers out loud, then start the video again. Let's check. Number 1. The lesson was so boring that I fell asleep. The lesson is the cause, so we take the ing form. Number 2. I am not interested in football at all. I have the feeling, so we take the ed form, and remember the preposition interested in. Number 3. That noise is really annoying. The noise is the cause, so it takes the ing form. Number 4. After the long walk we all felt tired. We are the people with the feeling, so we take the ed form. Four more, and these are a little harder. Pause the video again. Number 1. The ending of the film was blank. Number 2. She was very blank about her results. Number 3. A hot bath is very blank after work. Number 4. He was blank with his exam mark. Think about the same question every time. Is this word describing the cause or the feeling? Here we go. Number 1. The ending of the film was surprising. The ending is the cause, so it takes the ing form. Number 2. She was very worried about her results. She has the feeling, so we take the ed form plus the preposition about. Number 3. A hot bath is very relaxing after work. The bath is the cause, so it takes the ing form. Number 4. He was disappointed with his exam mark. He has the feeling, so we take the ed form plus the preposition with. If you got all 8, well done, you have got this. Let's put everything into one picture. An ing adjective describes the thing that causes the feeling. It answers the question, what is it like? It has an active idea, it does something to you. The film was boring. An ed adjective describes the person who has the feeling. It answers the question, how do you feel? It has a passive idea, something is done to you. I was bored. And here is your golden line, the one sentence to keep. If it causes the feeling, use ing. If it feels the feeling, use ed. That is the whole lesson. 12 pairs, 1 simple rule, and 8 practice sentences. Now here is your homework, and it takes 30 seconds. Write 1 sentence in the comments that uses an ing adjective and an ed adjective together. For example, the lesson was interesting, so I was interested. I read every comment. If this helps you, please subscribe to BMaster79 and I will see you in the next lesson. Take care and keep practicing.